Hello, hello. I think we are good. Believe everything is working as intended. Do a quick double check. Yeah, it's a little quiet though. Let me crank it up a little bit. Hello, hello. That looks pretty good, I think. Let's start there. I did some adjusting in the background. So we're gonna see if this all works out. Okay. First things first. Apologies for the delay. I forget. So I have both Weaver and Leatherworker to do. No, I am live. Remember that word game that I added to stream? I was playing the word game, because why not? Anyway, Andrew, how are you? Actually, am I not live on Twitch? I'm not even live. What happened? Let's try that again. I should be live on both of them. Am I live? Hello? Can anybody hear me? Awesome. Cause I had been live for about 10 minutes. And you're like running some final tests, and I'm like, what? I should already be live. What do you mean? I was playing the word game. Cause I was live. And turns out, no, I wasn't. I hit the live button and it said I was live, but Twitch didn't show that I was live. Yeah, I see that. How is the game audio in comparison to my audio? Does it need to go up or down? Is it good? Awesome. At least that one's good. There's a cotton action. Awesome. Everything looks good then. Fantastic. Let's see, I need cotton yarn and 2 cotton cloth. Hi, Aki Kebby. To one or both of you. Yay! Hello to both of you. You missed it. I had done so much work to try and like adjust some things like a new chatbot and audio and all this other stuff that when I hit the button to go live, it didn't actually go live. And I happily sat here for like 10 minutes, not knowing that it wasn't live. It was live on YouTube. Yeah, actually, good thing you asked, otherwise I would never have known. Because it was on. And OBS said it was live. It did. It had the little green button and everything. I was like, what happened? That's on purpose. That's me doing things. I'm still in the process of doing a lot of the things. Like I just did enough to like what's the word? Like it runs and everything is currently working, sort of, kind of, apparently. Yeah. But not all of my little things that I had before are back. Literally just the bare bones is back where it should be. Just so that I could actually stream today. The Discord bot will be something a little bit later. I did a dumb. I made another cotton cloth instead of keeping the cotton. I'm doing great today. It's not there. I don't have it. Clearly, I am just the epitome of professional at all times. Well, hopefully, I get it to where it's not scuffing. Yes? Yes, it 100% did. And the funny thing is, yeah. And the funny thing is that you have to go live with your main one. Like I have to go live on Twitch first for the YouTube one to trigger correctly. So OBS thinks it went live, which means YouTube was tricked into thinking that I went live. I don't understand. That one's gone too. I'll get there. I have to take the thing I made. Meld. I don't know. Sure. Awesome. Got to give this guy a gladiator piece of gear with crafting material in it. Because he can't tell the difference. And it's fine. Oh man, I've been put on a TV. I made it big now. And that would be like the best way to watch anything. On a giant screen and all curled up on a couch with like a throw blanket. I want it now. Well, at least my early mistake is now not a mistake anymore. Look, I had the cloth the whole time. Need to get that leather though. Let me see. I have the algoat skin, but not the aluminum. Can I purchase the aluminum? Willing to bet I'm gonna have to actually mine for it. Which would suck for me, because my miner is not that level yet. At least I don't think it is. Ooh. I wonder. Maybe the Eorzea have. I doubt it, but they do have crafting materials. That's why I level the Aramaborn Beast tribes. They have some pretty good materials just sitting there that I don't have to mine. And if I can avoid gathering, I will. Because gathering is tedious, and I don't wanna. Nope, this stuff is all ingots and plates and rivets and stuff. Do the kobolds have some? The others wouldn't, but the Eorzea and the kobolds might. If I have to mine for it, I will, but It just means it's gonna take a little bit longer than I thought it would. You have things of that nature, but not quite what I'm looking for. Alright. Mining it is. This one. And I, in fact, do not have the ability to go get some. Alright. To Ul'dah to level my miner real quick. Whoa. I think Illumin is higher than I originally thought it was. That's not good. Yeah, that's not great. Alright. Hey, Katarina. How are you? No, it's okay. Hey, Rain. Got it. The next thing I'm fixing is the Discord stream thing. Yes. What about the chatbot? And please be clear, do you mean the Discord chatbot or the stream chatbot? They're two different ones. Yeah, that I took it down because I'm going to replace it with something else. But you are the second person to be like, the Discord though, so now that's gonna be next on my list. Have a good day at work. Oh. think I want to know why that is gathering gear. I mean, I can kind of see it because the quest was involved, like, it's sparkly, and so they used it as bait in fishing. But still a pretty weird piece of gear to be gathering gear. Ah! Awesome. Once I'm done with this mining quest, I can go get the Illumin I wanted. I could just buy it. Look at how good I did mining that cinnabar. What, are you like the cousin of that guy that's sitting outside the Armorers Guild? Like, what's happened? Why are y'all both like this? Anyway, now I can mine what I actually need to go mine. So I need a lumen for this. I need 2 of them. So 2 lumen? That's it? Awesome. And yes, I did just level miner to get 2 objects. Oh, so busy. Run away. Thanks, Geva. Well, you see, I killed it. That's how it came into my hands. You know, that's the nicest thing she said to me, so I'm gonna consider it a victory. Oh my goodness. Those are so red. Let's not. Woof. Alrighty. I can finally go fight Ramu. This might take a few minutes. I said. Friend, your circular take buster hurts. Why did you move to the back? Please stop moving to me. I don't know why he's suddenly moving him south. I am terrored, and no one freed me. So, I guess I'll just sit here while the party dies. Bye, party. Oh no. What's happened? What? Did someone troll the entire party? Yes, holy cow. So to explain what just happened, so first of all, I got terrored, which it's the warrior. Warrior, what are you doing? Okay, so this is how the mechanic works. So you see those people who get the little marker, like this person? People are supposed to then stand on them with the thunderstorm to unterror them. That's the first part. I got terrored and I no longer could do it. The second part is these little orbs. Warrior, please. We need those. Whenever two people get chained together, they need to grab 3 of them. Or one of the people. I should not say both of them. One of the people needs to grab 3 of them to break the chain. Otherwise, we die. I don't know what this warrior's doing. We need those. Perhaps he thinks they're damaging? I don't know. They look relatively new. He might think that they're a part of a mechanic or something. But we need those. Please no. Well, it's both healers. I can't do anything about it. And I've been terrored. Oh, please. No. This is the worst. Oh, I just used my swift cast. Oh no. Oh, I should have used Presence of Mind. Hang on. Better idea. Here we go. Although I don't know if that actually works for Presence of Mind. You know, upon me thinking about it.
I have taken thy measure, bringer of light. And I judge thee a worthy champion. The task of excising the sin that hath taken root in man's heart is thine. Shrink not from employing thy strength in service to the forest and the wider realm beyond. Like hungering shadows do the enemies of harmony gather, and meekness will but feed them. If man is to be delivered from the dark, it shall be by thy guiding light alone. Stray not from the path, for if thou dost, thy people shall be truly lost.
Thou hast slain the Lord of Levin. A regrettable act, but a necessary one. In witnessing thy struggle, a truth hath been revealed unto me. If I mistake not, it may yet prove a chink in the eternal armor of the Ascians. But let us conclude our present business. I shall expound upon my findings at the Rising Stones anon.
All right. I'm free. I'm free. Yes, I'm not sure what that was about, but 100% you're not supposed to just grab every orb you see. It's for very specific uses. Oh, darn it.
You are returned to us, dear friend, and none the worse for bearing the heavy burden which I did press upon you. Most glad am I of this. I am informed that your efforts to negotiate a peace with Lord Ramuh ended in conflict. Pray tell me, what befell? Ramuh made trial of you? I fear there is truth to his claim. It is the darkness within us that attracts the darkness without. It cannot be denied that misfortune follows man. For evidence, one need only look to the conflict brewing in Cartano, or to the rising flood of refugees. Our shared struggle against the Empire should have served to seal our union. Yet the ties which bind the alliance strain under the weight of gross self-interest. As the scars of the calamity begin to fade, so too does our sense of common purpose. Yet now is scarce the time to forget our shared responsibility. If this new-sprung realm is to survive beyond its infancy, it must needs be nurtured by all. Eorzea must be as one. Yet I fear that dream is still far off. On behalf of the people of Gridania and the elementals both, I thank you for all that you and your fellow scions have done. Full oft have I been compelled to look to you for aid of late, and offered all too little in return. As leader of this nation, I shall endeavor to prove a more worthy ally to your cause henceforth.
Why, thank you.
Lord Ramuh has departed, yet the keening of this ill wind grows no less insistent. Voices of the forest, pray speak and I shall listen. What unseen evil begets this unease in my heart?
But you see, there's this Lalafell that lusts for world domination. I mean, as far as we know, yeah. It's just one Lalafell with his little minions. But he was still like the mastermind. I think I've already talked to these people. Yeah, I have. No, I haven't. They've moved. Maybe. Yes, they've moved. I mean, his beard is fluffy.
If everyone is ready, let us begin. Eorzea, the floor is yours.
As all here assembled now know, in its final hours as our Order's headquarters, the Waking Sands did play host to a most unexpected visitor. I speak of the Ascian clad in white, Elidibus. Unwelcome though his presence was, his words that day did serve to confirm a truth long suspected, that the Ascians are eternal beings, to whom physical destruction is as a temporary inconvenience.
In the intervening time, Eorzea and I have striven to discover a means by which the Ascians might more permanently be slain.
And 'tis my belief that we have found the thread that will allow us to unravel the twisted skein of their existence. In the moments prior to Leviathan's most recent manifestation, the Sahagin elder who summoned him was observed to undergo some manner of ascension. The etheric readings taken by Y'shtola at the time of this transfiguration have proven most enlightening.
The disruption to the flow of ether was sudden and dramatic. So tangible was the agitation, I scarce had need of my goggles.
The significance of Y'shtola's readings might better be understood in the context of mine own, taken at the instant of the Lord of Levin's demise. Unlike the primal, the Sahagin was not subject to etheric dissipation.
Before discussing our new discoveries, it may benefit us all to recall what we know of etheric behavior. Let us begin at what some might call the end. When we who dwell in the material realm die, our spirits dissolve into the flow of ether and are returned to the ethereal realm. In turn, the restless energy which suffuses that plane streams back into our world, giving rise to new life.
'Tis as the heavens did decree, the way of all mortal souls. Twixt this world and the next do the ethereal currents swirl, bearing the very essence of life. Thus doth the cycle of birth, death, and rebirth continue unabated.
Primals behave somewhat differently. In order to manifest and then maintain a physical presence in this realm, they must consume vast quantities of ether, most often in the form of crystals. Though they may seem to live, their flesh is but ether given shape. Thus, a defeated primal leaves behind no broken corpse. Rather, the essence of its form seeps back into the land whence it came, and the energy of its shattered spirit is called back to the ethereal realm.
And there it waiteth, till next the prayers of the faithful do draw it forth from the sea of ether, to take their offering of crystals and make for itself a new body.
Which brings us on to the third group, the so-called immortals. They exist in a manner all their own.
Quite. Even as the Sahagin elder fell to the Admiral's musket shot, I witnessed the release of an ethereal cloud, which immediately took possession of a nearby minion.
A soul that dissipateth not upon the death of the flesh.
The secret of life everlasting, and in the claws of a Sahagin no less. But I wonder, what would happen to one of these obstinate spirits should there be no suitable host for it to claim?
If mortal death entails a return to the ethereal realm, it seems doubtful that the soul of an immortal would venture there.
Nay, it merely withdraweth a distance. Unto the shore of the ethereal sea, perchance, but no further.
Yes, it exists in neither this realm nor the next, abiding instead in the space that lies between them. The Ascians took control of Thancred by means of a crystal of darkness, an artifact which, if our theories are correct, serves as a gateway to the place I have just described.
I was hoping people had forgotten about that.
I am sorry, my friend.
For a mercy, the weary road of our research hath brought us unto an answer.
The Sahagin ascended to an immortal state, but he did not possess a crystal of darkness through which to flee this realm. Thus was he consumed by Leviathan. If we could entrap the spirits of defeated Ascians in like manner, and thereby deny them resurrection...
Therein lieth the path to victory. Thou art most perceptive, my lady. Only when we have trapped the bodiless soul within an ethereal prison can we hope to defeat its unnatural constancy. Thus might even an eternal paragon be consigned to oblivion.
These feats are, of course, far easier said than done. At present, we lack a viable means to entrap and extinguish an Ascian soul. Yet, I believe it to be possible. The pieces of the puzzle lie before us. We have but to put them together.
I will depart at once to convene with the sages of Sharlayan. Together shall we divine the steps by which our goals may be achieved.
I have the utmost faith in you, Archon.
Beg pardon, antecedent, but I would raise one final matter. Even now, a Sharlayan survey party seeketh to ascertain the fate of the students of Baldessian. Their findings shall soon be known to us. Though you harbor feelings of dread, I bid you surrender not to sorrow, but abide instead in hopeful prayer.
I shall, Archon. Thank you.
That scene where they're explaining how primals work and how Ascian Souls works is one of my favorites in all of A Realm Reborn. Because yes, they're doing it as a way to like, oh, we're gonna solve our problem. But that exposition, there's the word I'm looking for, not exhibition, is the mechanics and the rules of how Aether works in this world, and they do not break it. They lay it out for us so that when they bend it and twist it and mess with it, we know what the basis is. It's very well explained, and they're being very clear with us, the player. Okay, these are the baseline rules. Now we're going to play with them. And it's fantastic. Very smart. Thank you for the hydrate. Everybody get drinks, tea, whatever. It does. I made sure that one was put in instead of any of the others. This is really cool. So because I have at least gotten one tribal quest to rank 4, which is the highest it can go right now, they do this. Yeah, that or you just have to start them. I forget which one it is. But the fact that they're acknowledging, hey, you're helping Beastmen, it's kind of nice. And then, of course, if you've done coils, you have this. And then if you've done Crystal Tower, which now it's required. So this one is now gonna come up no matter what, but they acknowledge that you've done Crystal Tower. You got her name. As he should be. Hey, no. Get used to that. Lots of people like to tease Alphino because he has much to be teased about. Oh, people have moved again. Oh, whoops. Thancred. Don't get any weird ideas. No, they're so cute. I don't think you're ready for that. Like I was like, this is for training and lessons, and I'm just like, nah, he just wants to fight me. I agree. At least you admit it. I feel bad for you, man. I feel real bad for you, man. They want to watch. That's cute. Well, you see, everyone heard that I was going to be fighting somebody, and they all ran. Literally all of them left. They want to go watch. Sure. Two versus one. Two versus one. I knew they all grabbed everybody. Thancred, please don't compare me to you. Your own popularity is a different sort. Right? There's something really funny about my character just kind of putting her little staff down, just patiently waiting for him to get back up on his feet. Yes, yes, I'm very good at my job. Yes, I recall. You were a brat then and you're a brat now. If anything, you're a bold brat now. I don't know how. I didn't do anything. Alpha, no. This is not the right way. Okay. Here's where our yes-manning gets us into trouble. The kid who is like 15, mind you, remember he's 15, has just said that he wants to be the head of an expanded organization that is not beholden to a nation. He wants a personal army. And we just go, yeah, sure, you know what's best. Like, yes, Alfino is the problem here, and he should not be wanting this specifically. However, we had 100% the ability to just go, no, that's stupid, and we don't. It's our fault too that this happens. Yes, be thankful that it was not a match to the death. You would not be standing here. Hey, define what you mean by Eorzea real quick. Again, I should say no here, and I don't. Our character is incredibly naive and very trusting at this point. To be fair, in the journey, we have not seen this person betrayed at all. If anything, we just pick up new allies that rally to our cause all the time. So it makes sense, but also this is not gonna go well. There's a me. Sorry to bother you. Also, pay attention to the names of the people who say yes to me. They'll be important. I got one. His name is Real. You're right. I wish I could say the same thing to the person managing it. Now, these two, in case you've forgotten or didn't talk to them or whatever, these two were hanging out outside of both Tasha and Tamtara way back in the beginning of the game. And then they kind of vanished for a little bit. Sorry, and Copperbell. They're outside, all three of them. So she agrees. And this is the guy that betrayed all of Eorzea to be a Garlean spy. Here he goes, saying yes. I question why our character would go after him, personally, but we do. We recruit him. Yep. Yes, and for the most part, that's actually a good thing, because it's all people that have helped us. It's all people that have good intentions. The one that looks odd is, of course, the traitor. But again, our character isn't designed for this. Our character's not suited to this kind of task. So the fact that Alfino put us in this task is odd. Like, our character is slowly getting just thrown into politics, and that's not what our character is good at. Our character's an adventurer. They're not a politician. And if they're educated at all, they're educated only a little bit. Like, just enough to get by. We don't have knowledge of their early life, so I don't know if they're educated or not. You can play them off later as kind of dumb and I just hit things. You can do that, but you can also let them be smart, so it's kind of up to you on how educated this person is. But even at their smartest, they're just a little more tactically minded than like a regular human being. And they're not a blank slate, because again, I'm not allowed to be like, you're stupid, Alfino. Like your character does not have the capacity to do that, which is a characterization trait that I did not give this person. Yeah, in terms of like certain things that aren't important to like the story, yeah, it's left to your interpretation as the player. But your character does have a personality, and their personality is going to happen whether you want it to or not. And that's been a thing like since the beginning. It's similar to how Commander Shepard works in the Mass Effect games, where you mostly control what kind of person he is, but how he does things is still uniquely his own. Or her own. It could be a her. You're right. I wish my character would listen to you, but they don't, because they listen to their friends first. Ma'am, it's for the military. I'm not trying to hit on you. All right. Yes, I recall exactly who you are. Yes. This is the youngling that believed in La Habrea and thought he could summon Relgar. That we finally told him, "Yo, you're doing dumb things," and he learned his lesson the hard way by watching all of his friends get murdered by Eorzea. Uh-huh. And look, our character tries to kind of be like, "Yo, I heard about this," and they just brush it off. Yeah, just a little bit. There's just a hint of something not quite right here. And our character knows it, but says nothing. Mm-hmm.
Tell me, General, what think you of Alfino's bold endeavor?
I think it is more than bold, Your Grace. His organization would pave the way for a united Eorzea. Well do I understand his impatience, since facing the common threat of the Ultima weapon, our nations have seemed farther apart, not closer together. Considering the many problems we face, Should we not be glad that someone else is taking the initiative?
We have all pledged our cooperation, yet the grumbling continues behind closed doors. Ul'dah is not alone in her duplicity. I myself have doubts as to the good this organization will achieve. With the inclusion of the finest soldiers of the 3 grand companies, it promises to be a fearsome military body. But whom will it serve? Even under the watchful gaze of the Scions, it is not unthinkable that such a force could perpetrate a great wrong. Does it not concern you that a significant proportion of its financial backing came from the coffers of the Syndicate? That those unprincipled worms might forge this extraordinary gathering of warriors into a private army?
I have trust in the Scions, Your Grace. They have spared us no end of trouble at the hands of the Primals. If they seek reinforcements, I deem it unwise to deny them. As for their finances, full many gave generously. And though our nobles proffered a sizable sum, their coin did not spill from the pockets of Lolorito and his cronies. And what of the presence of our stalwart adventurer friend in this endeavor? I doubt the Warrior of Light would betray our cause.
Yes, there is that, I suppose. Yet I have known people to change. Whether we will or no, the events of the age hurl us this way and that, like a dust devil skipping across the sands. Cannot be done about Telechi?
I have explored all avenues available to us, Your Grace. But as Ul'dah law now stands, we lack the evidence to convict him of any crime. To arrest him on spurious grounds would only play into his hands.
He has all but committed treason, and yet we can do nothing? Then what good our government? What worth the royal house? How deplorable this mockery of justice!
Have faith, Your Grace. It is not over.
Another really good scene. Ah, so nice. Of course, we're talking about, like, hey, the only reason why we're even agreeing with this is because the Warrior of Light is there. So, another kind of nail in the fact that, no, if we had said no, none of the whole Grand Company, whatever it is, would happen. Because they would just say no. Because I haven't backed it. But also, they're really highlighting the issues with Ul'dah right now, and it's such a good scene. It doesn't explicitly tell us what's going on, because we've already been told explicitly what's going on. But it's so nice to see that characters are reacting to these events in believable ways. No one's moved. So. Yeah. have tea. My glorious tea. Thank you, though. You need to give me some of that. Heck yeah. Okay, now, this is kind of where the post-Realm Reborn gets kind of interesting, and honestly, they do this all the time. So remember how I said probably a couple weeks ago at this point that around the midpoint of a post-expansion, they start shifting into the next one, for the most part, with the exception of Endwalker. This is where that happens. This scene here is where that shift happens for a Realm Reborn. We're gonna start seeing more Heavensward-like things. And beyond, obviously. And to be fair, Heavensward stuff was foretold way back in the Camp Dragonhead thing, where we were dealing with the heretics and the fake Inquisitor and all that jazz. That's all Heavensward stuff. So the problem already existed, so it's not like they pulled it out of nowhere. But I'm saying, like, focus on the main story is completely set up for Heavensward. Except for the whole Grand Company thing that's happening. That's a little bit later. That's happening a little later. But it's kind of the same gist. A lot of the Grand Company stuff actually relates to stuff in Stormblood that I'm not going to go into because we're not even close to that. So that kind of serves as like the Camp Dragonhead section for Heavensward, where it's way earlier in the story that Heavensward's not even a thing yet. But they're creating problems to then be knocked over later. In, again, believable ways. And again, it's all stuff that already existed beforehand. So, like, they've been talking about, like, Garlemald has power over Doma and Alamigo, like, from the beginning. We've known that. They've been on a pretty extreme expansionist kind of stance since before the game started. So all the problems that we explore, again, until Endwalker, and even in the end of Endwalker, is going to be stuff that they've actually brought in here, in A Realm Reborn. And not all of them, but for the most part, a lot of them. And let's be real, the ones that aren't set up here in A Realm Reborn are set up just by the Ascians existing. Need to get rain in here.
The incident with the new frontier hands? No, you need not elaborate. I have been following their progress with no small amount of interest. Brave men and women all. They do our nation a great service. The existence of a fortified outpost in Mordona will do much to dissuade the Empire from trespassing on Kurth's soil. Right glad am I that you have chosen to lend your support to this endeavor. Never let it be said that House Fortom does not acknowledge the efforts of her allies, or her debts. 'Twas in the spirit of gratitude that I arranged for sundry supplies to be delivered to Revenant's Toll. That the shipment should chance to be waylaid by heretics is poor fortune indeed. Poor fortune, I say, yet not without precedent. If you would know the truth of it, these incorrigible villains grow more organized with each passing day. This new unity of purpose we attribute to their leader, the Lady Iceheart. But though I have devoted significant resources to the task of identifying this woman, we have yet to learn so much as her birth name. What we do know is that the heretics speak of Iceheart in reverent tones, and would gladly embrace death rather than betray her. Such loyalty is rare indeed, and I fear to imagine what so committed a collective might achieve. The brigands have not yet been so brazen as to risk direct confrontation here in Dragonhead. Some few of their number have, however, been sighted not far to the west of here, and with ever-increasing regularity. A visit to Whitebrim Front may bring you the answers you seek. Will you brave the snows, knowing what implacable foes may lie in wait? Halone's blessings be upon you! Though I take no pride in the admission, many of mine own countrymen are not so well suited as you adventurers to dealing with such foes. Were they dragons, it might be otherwise. But truly, I could not wish for a finer ally. You have done much for my house in the past, and I have no doubt but that I shall have cause to celebrate your deeds again ere long. Should you learn aught of value, pray return to me forthwith. A warm hearth and a warmer welcome shall be waiting for you.
Harsha thought I'm not interested, but I appreciate it. Oh, and it's an inside joke among the group of people we hang out with that he's Batman. Yes. Poor guy won't even know. I don't even know if he's in here. Snow cloak, you say? Right? Poor guy. Oh. People are very dead. Yes, hello. There's my girl.
Your return is most timely. Of their own accord, my thoughts had turned to your task and the progress thereof. I confess, my imaginings tended toward the grim and bloody. But you are here now, and I suspect such frivolous wonderings do little justice to the reality of your travails. Tell me, what did you learn of Iceheart? Indeed, and this transpired at Snowcloak? Of all the highlands, that towering wall has borne the worst of the region's brutal shift in climate. So inhospitable has Snowcloak become that we have still to survey the area in its entirety. Could its frozen heights conceal the heretics' hideaway? Mayhap a more robust reconnaissance effort is in order. putting such considerations aside for the moment, we still know far too little of this Iceheart. That she is capable of commanding such a band of fanatics bespeaks natural authority, and no small measure of charisma. As much as I would like to fathom this mystery with you, the situation has grown beyond my personal purview. I am bound by duty to inform the Temple Knights and request that they bring this matter to its conclusion. Given the glowing reports the new commander has garnered thus far, I am certain that they can be relied upon to take appropriate action. Though Iceheart's true identity yet eludes us, you have provided us with a point from which to begin. Sometimes it takes but a single stone to prompt an avalanche. On the matter of the stolen provisions, I have already made arrangements for a second shipment to be sent to Revenant's Toll. I could not well allow such an honorable venture to be undermined by one miserable setback.
Appreciate it. Welcome back, Katarina. It goes pretty good. We're creating a large-scale grand company that's not beholden to any one of the city-states and is bound by its own internal creed. It's a good thing, as far as the story is concerned. Rather, as long as Alphino is concerned. They have already mentioned that the actual people in charge are just going, Yes, Tataru. Follow that line of thinking. Yes. Oh goodness, there's so many of them. Now, this one's new. So, I did not recruit this one, and he's here for the profit. This is the one that I recruited that was a traitor. But even then, you can kind of see that he's lost a little bit and he's just like, I'm just going to do what the people around me do. So, a little worrisome. I don't know who this guy. He's just a dude. Ilbert is here because of some other reason that he's not really telling us. And we didn't recruit him. Here's our girl. Aww. Her older friend has retired. You can do it. There's our buddy. Real, why are you hiding? He's gonna adjust it to make it not uniform. A lot of them. So many of them. Here's a little strapling. You can do it, buddy. I know. It's all new. Ah. And this one apparently just wants to follow in my footsteps. Here you go. So at least 2 of them, 3 of them, are not here for the reasons of wanting to be the saviors of Eorzea. You've got this guy who just wants money. This guy who's not told us anything aside from he's lost a lot, which means he could be traumatized. And this guy who's just gonna follow whoever he happens to be under the command of. And again, there was the whole, at least the one guy was like, man, if y'all think that your money came from like legit places, you're crazy. And if you think that you're recruiting for a noble cause, you're an idiot. Like, that's still a thing. It didn't just go away even though we just kind of brushed it off. You need to think of something new to say.
Comrades, your presence here this day signifies the momentous choice that each of you has made. With your strength now pledged to the scions of the Seventh Dawn, you are beholden to no single nation. You stand as the vanguard for a united Eorzea. From this moment forth, I declare you Crystal Braves. Let us mend this fractured realm and face our enemies as one. Whether it be the Beastmen and their primals, or the conflict in Carteneau, it is plain that the nations of Eorzea cannot solve the problems which plague the realm. Thus does it fall to some few heroic souls to succeed where they have failed. Come! Take your place at the Scion's side as guardians of Eorzea, and together we shall fight for the freedom of all! For the freedom of all!
A rousing speech, Alphino. Or should I say, Crystal Brave Commander Leveilleur?
Please, Antecedent. The title is honorary. I shall not be leading the troops into battle, as it were. We are of the same purpose. Let us join hands and do what must be done to save this land.
The Scions stand ready.
Now again, here's the fundamental flaw. He says, we can do it without the city-states. We can do it on our own. It's now a competition. That's not the point. Also, if you looked, our character, that's not their normal happy face. They looked really uncomfortable to be there. Our character is not comfortable in this situation. But we say nothing. Our character does not take a stand against their friend, who's making a really dumb decision.
I'm eager to see what the Crystal Braves might accomplish. This shall prove an interesting time indeed for the Scions. Yes, I'm listening. So our worst fears are confirmed. The entire Isle. Such power defies comprehension. Truly? Kryl is alive? Thank the 12. I see. Pray, inform me if her condition changes. Yes, I shall pass on your words to Eorzea. My thanks. I shall contact you anon. When I learned of the loss of the Isle of Val, I dared not hope that my friend had survived. Yet, by some miracle, it would seem she has. She's still to regain consciousness, it is true, but better that than death. Putting this happy news to one side, we must now endeavor to make sense of the readings taken by the survey party. It appears the etheric disturbance which accompanied the Isle's destruction is of a magnitude alarmingly close to that of Ultima. Could the Ascians be responsible for this devastation as well? I wonder, have you heard aught from the Mother Crystal since the battle with the Garleans?
Nope, she's been very quiet.
Then she speaks to neither one of us. Heidelind's silence portends naught but ill, I fear. Louisoix, I pray you yet watch over us.
Our first look into Ishgard. is common. A lot of vampire literature and lore is gothic in nature, and they use a gothic design for Ishgard. Funny enough, it's not a castle. It's a church. You know, like the Gothic cathedrals in Europe. Did you not see the Pope man sitting on the throne? All Pope-like? He's got a different name, but yeah, same dude. Sure. You'll be okay, Tataru. Thancred! Stop that! Leave all three of them alone! Sure.
Hail to you, Scion. How might we serve you? Commander Leatherworker bade you serve us? These are welcome tidings indeed. Given the sensitive nature of the task, I could not rely on one of my own. That which I'm about to tell you, I tell you in the strictest confidence. Some days ago, we received certain documents from an anonymous source. They notified us of the presence of a Garlean agent within the ranks of one of the Grand Companies. Following some discreet inquiries, we identified a suspect among the Immortal Flames, whom we detained for questioning. Alas, the man was not our agent. He was but one of many men in the agent's employ. We pressed the traitor for a name, but he had none to give. He claims never to have met his master, whom he knows only as the Ivy. He was, however, certain that this Ivy had coiled itself around every part of the Immortal Flames. It would seem our quarry joined the company some time ago, and gradually recruited others to his cause. These conspirators are the vines by which he learns our secrets, all without exposing himself. It won't be easy to identify the Ivy amidst this tangled mass of subterfuge, but we have a tendril in our hands, and we shall follow it all the way to the gnarled root. Now, much as I would prefer to proceed with due discretion, circumstances demand that this matter be settled post-haste. Garlemald's War of Succession nears its end, and it is feared that the Empire will soon resume its march on Eorzea. When it does, we can ill afford to have traitors in our midst. The Ivy must be rooted out now. We must begin by apprising General Roban of our findings. I would ask that you accompany me to the Hall of Flames and remain on hand to see that things go smoothly. Assuming the Ivy's tendrils are as widespread as we believe, he will be aware that an investigation is underway, and if that is the case, he may well move against us. We must be prepared for anything, while taking care not to betray our purposes by seeming prepared. A simple enough task for a one-woman army like you.
Flattery will get you nowhere, sir, but thank you. Alright. That is going to be the end of the stream. Now that we have created a problem for ourselves and now have to work through it. Anyway, have a good night. Bye, Aki and Kebby.